All right. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome. Happy Monday. I am Jasmine Robinson, your co host. Welcome to Flip These Bricks Weekly Connection, where you can learn more about what we do and who we are and how we come together as a community. So, very glad to have you guys. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm sure that others will be joining us, but we'll just get started. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, go over a little bit of housekeeping. Um, and we can get started. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we meet every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We usually give about 5 or 6 minutes for people to join us, so our start time is about 7:05. We'd love it if you'd come on with your cameras on so that we can get to know the faces of those we're doing business with. Please make sure you monitor your microphones. If you are not currently speaking, make sure that it is muted and you're giving your full attention to the person that has the floor. And most importantly, out of all of these is your participation. We have the best calls when we have engagement from the group. So please do not be afraid to unmute yourselves when it's appropriate. Introduce yourselves, tell us about your skill sets, and then also any type of real estate information that you think will be beneficial to the group. So please make sure that you engage with us and let us know that you are there. Okay. Let's see. Guys. So I wanted to start off with a little Monday motivation. I think I'm going to do this because for me, Monday really sets the tone. If I have a really productive Monday, if I have a great Monday, it just kind of keeps me going for the rest of the week. So my Monday motivation for you all is don't count the days, make the days count. So be mindful of how you use your time. I always like to suggest on my accountability calls that you start with the most difficult things of the day, things that you don't want to do, things that you find challenging, to start your day with those. Or, as one of my real estate mentors would say, is deal with what makes the money first. So make your days count. We're definitely heading into the third quarter. And it's so crazy. This year kind of started off at a really kind of slow pace. And now it just seems like the days are just blending together. So be mindful of that, reset your thoughts, and have a strong end to the year. Right. And we're here every week to build the power of partnership. That is our mantra. And it's crazy over the weekend. It really came to me that the current or the underlying current that really is our mission is connection. So when you can build a group or have a resource of people that you can come to and can help you solve your problems, can help you uplift yourself or motivate you, when you can come to a group of people who can help you figure out your hows, that is truly the purpose and the intention of Flip These Bricks Academy. And that is our movement. Of course, we're here to have real estate opportunities to promote our businesses, but we've been making so many connections outside of these weekly calls. And I encourage you to please connect with other fellow members and to see how you all can be beneficial to each other. So who, not how, and the power of partnership is what we are here for each and every week. Okay. I love just looking at this map, and I'm hoping that we will have another burst in our membership. We've had an increase since the first of the year, and so I'm hoping that we too, with our membership enrollment, will have another spurt before the end of the year. So please do not hesitate. Don't be afraid to tell your coworkers, your friends, your family about this platform that we are building, that we're creating, and just be able to spread the word about Flip These Bricks. So here is the cities that we are currently in. Although we are nationwide, we do have what we call our active chapters. Our active chapters are currently Atlanta, New York, and Texas. And what we mean by active is that in these cities, we have active investment properties or some type of real estate property or projects going on. We also have in-person mentorship. So if you are in Atlanta, New York, or Texas, you definitely can connect with myself, with Daniel more frequently, because these are the cities that we are primarily in. We are always looking to expand. We also have in-person events, and that will be taking place most in Texas, as that is our training headquarters. So if you can make it, or if you are in these cities, please make sure that you reach out to us, try to connect with us. We love to meet with our members and engage with them in person. That's another way of building strong connections. So please stay tuned for more events, stay tuned for more training, in person and online. And if you would like to start a chapter in your city, you can reach out to myself or Daniel and inquire about how we can do that, as we do want to build more chapters and be able to reach more of our members. So keep that in mind. Okay. And we are always looking for land. We are always looking for real estate opportunities. So if you come across something in your city, in your neighborhood, you can either email it to me, Jasmine at flipthesebricks.com, or you can, I think we have a deals at flipthesebricks.com where you can send these opportunities. You can also post them on Mighty Networks, and we will check them out there. But we're also always looking for affiliate partners. So we're always looking for business attorneys, real estate agents, credit repair, lenders, as these things can help us to build our portfolio and to be able to purchase more investment opportunities. So when you are out in the marketplace, when you're out, and if you know these type of affiliates, please mention Flip These Bricks. Please give them my information. I'm definitely wanting to rev back up our presentations. The first half of the year, we had some great presentations from lenders. We had great presentations from some real estate agents. And so I'm wanting to fill up our calendar again to kind of end the year strong. So if you are interested in doing a presentation or know of someone who might benefit from speaking to our community, please reach out to me and let me know. Okay, you can email me. If you inbox me, I can send you my number so that you can contact me offline. All right, and why FTB? So actually, I was hoping that Janice, I think Maria's on the call, and if she'd like to, she can kind of give her input. But for me, this weekend, I had the opportunity to speak with Janae about some real estate property that her family owned, and we were able to come to resolve. And she was able to work through it based upon some of the training that she had got from Anthony Brown in our tax lien course. Mm-hmm. So she was researching the deeds of her grandparents' property and checking out the property taxes. And we had an opportunity to kind of talk, and it really reinforced to me about the connections. And that's why I was saying utilizing some of the benefits of Flip These Bricks outside of this call. You know, we come here just to connect, kind of introduce our platform to newcomers, to kind of keep our current members engaged. But when you spend time offline and you really kind of build those personal relationships, you truly get to see the fruits of Flip These Bricks. So for me, this week, why Flip These Bricks? It's connections. It's building relationships. It's accountability. It's consistency. It's business development. It's education. It's experience. It's knowledge. And I'm very excited about the direction that we're going in, and knowing that these things will only get stronger and better as we're able to host events at our Dallas office. Okay. I want to briefly go over growing capital, because a lot of times we talk about we don't have the funds, or there's no funding, or our budgets are limited. But we have a great referral program that is quite simple. It's simply, if you refer someone, they pay their fee, then you get a referral fee of $1,000. And I'm hoping that at this point, for some of our members who have been with us for a while, that you all have become comfortable and feel confident in talking about Flip These Bricks and referring people and letting them know, because we're not a salesy group. We're not a pushy group. We're honest and forthcoming. There is no hidden agenda. There's no hidden fees. And so I'm hoping that at this time, where we're running into a year since I've joined the platform, that you all are becoming comfortable in speaking about Flip These Bricks and feeling confident and seeing the benefits of us coming together and working together. So this is a great way to build capital for yourselves, or even residual income. If you have any questions about it, if you want to know more details, once again, you can reach out to myself or Daniel. but we are definitely here. And this is definitely what we're giving the money to you. It's like we're receiving it and then we're giving it right back to you. So just by spreading the word and helping us create a buzz, you can also achieve some of your real estate goals. And here we go, my most favorite part. But these books, I mean, our book club. So our upcoming book is The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And I'm very, very
Oh,
excited about this book. What you think, Miss Janice?
okay.
You my book club lady.
Okay. Let me write that down.
Yes, I'm gonna order mine tonight. Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. And the reason why I chose this book was because a lot of our spending habits, a lot of our spending is behavioral, and you have to kind of change the subconscious. You can't just change your circumstance. Just getting more money isn't going to solve the problems. Your money problems are not solved by more money. It's that term with the hole in the bucket. So you could keep putting water in there, keep putting water in there, but if you don't resolve the hole, then you will never see the progress or the full bucket. And so I'm hoping that through this book, we can kind of change our money mindset, we can adopt new habits and our thought patterns about the wealth, about wealthiness. So I'm very, very excited. As I say, we always do like one real estate book and then one business development book. So I'm hoping that you guys will join me. I'm going to post the reading plan in Mighty Networks. We usually meet up Mondays at, I was about to say 6 p.m., but that's Central Time. So it's at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Mondays, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's about 30 minutes or 40 minutes. We review the chapters. We kind of just talk about the book and what our takeaways of it. So I hope that one of these books is going to set you guys afire and that we're going to have a large group. We'll have some people join us. Miss Janice has been my consistent. We've read a couple books together. So please join us. It's a good time. It's fundamental. And I think that knowledge is power. So the more you
Definitely.
read, the more you know, right? Right.
Yes.
And then we're always saying that we didn't know that, but you have to seek the information and the knowledge. So, all right. And I also wanted to introduce some of our new flip gear. I thought this picture was going to show up a little bit better, but we are now selling t-shirts, custom t-shirts at $25. We have a couple of different designs. My favorite being flip mode on. I'm going to be ordering one of those as well. So we're taking some pre-orders. We are going to order some of our traditional shirts to give to our members, our new members. But if you're wanting to up your gear and your flip game, you can pre-order, and I'm also going to try to put a purchase link on Mighty Networks as well, so you can purchase them online. And I think there are more t-shirts. These were just a few that I found, but I do think that Daniel, there's more mocks, right?
Yeah, there's more that we're working on in the background as well.
Yeah, so take advantage of that, guys. Please wear the gear out. They definitely grab attention. I know anytime I wear my Flip These Bricks Academy shirt, I get questions. So it's a great speaking piece. So, and also you can support us. And if you are not familiar, you can join us on Mighty Networks. This is our social platform where we share information, share tips, share articles. I actually want to share an article. I may do it later on tonight about mortgage rates and how they're actually taking a bit of a decline. So anytime that you find real estate information, articles, social media snips that would be beneficial to us, please don't be afraid to share it on Mighty Networks. We have about 28 to 30 followers on there now. So we're slow and steady, but we are growing. And I ask that you guys just continue to participate on the platform and share information that you find. And you can find us on most social media platforms. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Facebook. I think that was our two primary. And then we also post our weekly calls and any of our promotional materials or Flip These Bricks videos on YouTube. So you can follow us there as well to see kind of some more background and what we have going on with our projects. And if you are a new visitor or someone who's been kind of visiting us but not have officially become a member, you can definitely apply online at flipthesebricksacademy.com. We have a link to the application there, as well as what comes with the membership, and it may answer some of your questions about our community. So definitely visit us online, and you can reach me directly as well at membership@flipthesebricks.com. And I'm always here to answer any questions that you have about the community. I would say, I guess I'm the daily operations person. So if I don't have the answer, I will definitely try to direct you in the right direction and help you get your questions answered. And now we're just going to do some introductions, kind of get to know each other. I'm going to open up the floor and you can let us know who you are, what you do, where you are, and possibly if you are new to us, how did you hear about Flip These Bricks? All right, so glad to have everybody. Let's chit chat. Anyone? Somebody? You guys still want me to talk? I've been talking for 20 minutes now.
I think Miss Carissa,
Well, let me see if I can unmute her.
yeah,
Let's see.
I think she has to leave if she wants to say something
Okay.
before she leave.
There we go.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I was
Hi.
invited by my cousin, Michael Sherrard, and I have been interested in real estate for some time, but just never have, found, the niche I needed. But I'm retired, 31 years of civil service for the Department of Defense. I have 4 children, 10 grandchildren, and I'm just wanting to do something where I can truly enjoy my time and the rest of my days, like traveling and meeting some good, fun people and those who are interested in maintaining a stability of a quality lifestyle. If I become a millionaire, okay, I don't, but at least if I get started, I can pass it on to my family. So, it sounds very good, and we do have something here I'm from Augusta, Georgia, and it's called, the land bank, and they do have property here and things like that. And in particular, I have been interested in helping, I guess, the underdog or the underprivileged, especially young Black men. And hopefully this could be something that could resonate in my community to help young Black men to start establishing something that they can have of their own and call their own.
I'm sorry. So are you still in Augusta? Is that correct? You're still in
Yes.
Augusta? Okay,
Yes,
awesome.
Yes, I am.
If you don't mind putting your information, email and maybe a phone number in the chat, I'd love to follow up with you and just have a side conversation.
Okay.
Yeah, and send you some information.
Yeah, I hate to be leaving you guys, but I got to study for Vacation Bible School. I have to teach tomorrow, but it's been
That's important.
And I see my cousin already got his book. I said, oh, he's on it already.
Yes, please join us for our book club. It's really good. It's really beneficial. Yeah. We've been learning a lot. Yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you again on another Monday. And before you leave, please definitely share your information in the chat.
Yes, I sure will. However, I'm planning a day trip next Monday, so I won't be able to join you all next Monday. But if we're riding, I can still chime in and be listening. But so hopefully in the near future, I'll be getting on with you guys.
That sounds great. Sounds good. It's so funny. They say you're more busy in retired life. That's what I keep hearing, right?
Absolutely. I said, oh my goodness, I can enjoy myself. But it appears that everybody has something for your time as opposed to you having things for your time.
Yes.
Exactly. Well, very good. Well, nice to meet you again, and we hope to see you again soon.
Oh, most definitely.
All right. Wonderful. Thank
you.
you.
Bless evening.
Yes.
Bye, Mom.
Anyone else want to share or just talk a little bit? We're talking tonight. We're just chit chatting. So what's up?
Okay. Hi, I'm Janice Hackney. I am a budding real estate investor working closely with Jasmine and Daniel to create generational wealth. I'm a retired registered nurse, a patented inventor. I met like 3 people yesterday that said that they were coming on the call. I'm waiting for
Yes.
them. I hope they are able to join us today. And it's funny, 2 of them are real estate um, uh, brokers or agents in the northern region of New York and Connecticut. So I just was laughing because based on Daniel's and I conversation. But I'm just getting very familiar meeting all of you and feeling like family every Monday.
Yes, I
Feel like
love
I'm home,
I know. I love it too.
getting
And
very
that's
comfortable.
yes. And I feel small and mighty. And so
Yes,
I'm very happy with our core group. I was thinking that today too. I was like, our core
yes,
group is very strong and we're definitely learning how
a
to use
lot.
our resources. Yeah. So
Yes,
I'm glad that Maria and Janae were here. I was talking about them earlier. So they definitely helped me um, realize that the connections, it's working.
yes,
Slow and steady, but it is working.
it's
So
working. Yes,
I'm here. I'm here for the long run and hope you all are as well.
yes.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else want to chit chat?
So I just want to say thank you, Jasmine. Everything everybody else said, I don't remember everything, but what I do know is that Flip These Bricks has a network of people who are authentic people, who are touchable people, who are, family. And like Miss Janice said, it's a family. And what I appreciate so much about this group of people, especially you, Jasmine, is that, we're able to talk and just really be transparent. And you give really great advice, on what's next, because without the knowledge that I've learned from this group of people, I would be so lost. So I can appreciate this group of people. And I'm here for the long run. I am.
Yes.
Like you say, it's a
Ditto,
slow
ditto.
and steady process, but I'm
Hmm.
going to be one of those victory stories. It's
Hmm.
coming. It's
Yes,
coming.
you are.
So
Yes,
yeah,
Right.
thanks.
yes, you are.
Well,
I agree.
what
Yeah.
what I would like to say, I want to piggyback off of what Maria just said. We're just getting started. So if you think that, it has been beneficial up into this fall, we are literally just getting started. There's so many different things that we're implementing in the background, collectively, just as far as, coming together as a collaboration as a group. So like I said, if you're feeling it now, it's definitely going to be really, really beneficial because, that's what we hear, in order to train each other, to learn. I'm learning as well, from members, just outside of my industry. We all come from different, different industries and different backgrounds. Next week I'm going to be making a presentation that's going to touch on, a lot of some of what I'm talking about today. But we are definitely about to become an ultimate group, and we're growing, mentally as well as personal, with each other as well.
Yes.
Great. Great. All right. So, it was funny too. I had mentioned Janae about her family situation. I wish that Anthony was on the call tonight, but I will definitely let him know he's going to be in Texas this weekend. He's coming here Friday. So I will definitely let him know about your experience with the county appraiser and how you were knowledgeable and knew about that. Like, what is it called? Or like when you quote
It's
up bid.
yeah, it's upset. It's
Yes.
an upset upset bid.
Yes.
It's an
Upset.
upset bid. And so just to kind of piggyback off of Maria and also Daniel, because what occurred, over the past 48 hours, I couldn't have been able to achieve what I, got without the knowledge from FTB. And so even though I haven't been able to invest in my, like a property, there's the knowledge, because we talk about generational wealth. It's not just about the monetary, right? But it's also about knowledge, and knowledge is power. And so if you have that, you can pass that on from generation to generation. And so FTB and everything I learned from Anthony and everybody else on this platform allowed me to do the research that I needed to do to find out what was going on. Like all the way back, probably about 50 years ago, and there was property that I assumed that was still owned by slave owners, if you will. And my great grandparents built the house on this property, and I didn't think that they had rights to the land. And so it's still work in progress, because when I called the county and I got information, and my family's name is listed on the deed and they actually have rights to the property, they have not removed the white slave owner's name from that property. And so now I have another issue that I have to worry about, because I really don't want their name attached to the property whatsoever. So I know that we're going around and we're looking for other properties and trying to capitalize off on it, but also do your due diligence and find out what's going on in your backyard. Know whose names is on your family deeds, and know, who has rights to properties within your family. And I value that so much more now, because now I'm advocating not just for, my son, but also I'm standing on my ancestors and the pillars that were here before me. And I'm trying to, utilize the knowledge that I learned from FTB and apply that.
Oh,
So,
that's beautiful. That's
yeah.
beautiful.
It was so funny. We had a great tickle today because when Janae called me last night, she was a little like, "What?" And I was like, "It's okay. We're gonna, we'll find out. We'll call the county and get some more details." So when I followed up with her today, she was definitely in a better place and felt more confident about the situation. So it was cute. It was wonderful.
So is the acreage the acreage of the land that you are researching, I'm sure it's significant.
Oh, yeah, it's very significant. And so when I called Jasmine yesterday, I said, this is similar to, I don't know if anybody ever watched this show, but Queen Sugar.
Yes.
And so, yeah, and so there's a Caucasian family that, is known for, being very territorial in this rural area of North Carolina where, my mother's side of the family predominantly lives at. And I mean, it's a lot of uneducated African Americans there, where the median, income is probably about 28 to 32,000 annually, right? And so, they've gone around and purchased land from a lot of the African Americans. And so when I saw their name listed on my great grandparents, property, I automatically assumed that they still had rights to the land, because it says the family's name and it showed ownership, because it said Sproul's lot. And the interesting thing is that my last name is Sproul, but I'm not related to them. But it still said Sproul's lot. And so after talking to the county today, I asked, how can we get this minute? How can we get this removed? And there was nothing that they were willing to do, unfortunately.
Yeah. So we did talk about it some more, and I suggested that she kind of maybe consider a title search, and of course some title insurance, but that's if ever wanting to to sell. And then we also did talk about looking into some trust. So like she said, there's further research to be done, but the great thing is that when you partake in our other courses or in the book club, you gain vocab that will make you feel more comfortable in these discussions. And I think that was the takeaway for Janae when she called the county today. She felt confident and she was aware of some of the terminology. They weren't speaking over her head, but she actually knew just from the task force that she took with Anthony. So we'll continue to kind of do some due diligence in the background, and hopefully she can update you guys as she finds out more and what direction her family starts going. So Miss Janice actually had some guests this evening, and I'm going to give you the floor so you can introduce them. And we're glad to have guests all the time. Go ahead, Miss Janice.
Yes. These two beautiful young women are real estate agents, Keisha Kirkland and Joanne Blanco. So our relationship is very new, but you know, when you kind of click with someone, when you talk, come to find out, I met them on Saturday. We were talking about real estate, and I started talking about flip these bricks. So I said, guys, you got to come on this call on Monday. They're awesome. I want you to hear the platform. And they were so enthused and very eager to hear more about Flip These Bricks. Keisha is a real estate agent, I think, at Keller Williams in New York and Connecticut. And Joanne is New York primarily. So in terms of what Daniel's vision is to have a chapter to increase the New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey group, the Northeastern chapter, I thought these two ladies would be great additions to that if, you know, things work out and they're interested in joining Flip These Bricks. So Joanne, so I guess you could introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about yourself. And then Keisha, I guess you could follow after Joanne. But thank you, ladies, for coming.
I know. Thank you.
Hello, hello, hi, hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be here.
Yes. Thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me. Well, primarily I'm here because you know, Janice invited us, and real estate is something that, you know, we're working on, because you know the market is not too well in as far as an agent. So myself and Keisha, we've been doing a lot of networking with you know, investing into real estate. She wants to do property managing. I want to do owning like a couple of properties and renting them out, or doing flips, you know, things like that. So I'm so glad that we connected, because we just, you know, we were invited to, you know, to the pool party, and it just so happened that we met, you know, that we met Janice, and she just happened to, we were talking about real estate, and this brought us here. And wanted to find more information, and you know, we'll just continue to network and finding out information, you know, as us doing the right path, and you know, in doing, you know, in the real estate market.
Awesome. That's so great. We're very excited to have you guys as well. Just as Miss Janice said, that we're wanting to build up our chapter in the Northeastern region. Elena is a realtor as well, and I'm hoping that what we can do is begin to have like a monthly networking meeting in that region. So for us to be able to use you guys for, well, not use you, but you supply us with market research information, kind of let us know what some properties that may be great for investors, because they are a different type of property. So hopefully we can make some connections and make some things happen in the Northeast region, and be able to start doing some more events there. That would be great. We could collaborate and figure out a way to come together.
Yes.
Yeah. So Keisha,
absolutely.
if you would introduce yourself, and then Elena, if you want to, you can unmute after Keisha, and you can kind of introduce yourself as well. That would be great.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Janice, for inviting us. It was a pleasure meeting Janice on Saturday. And yes, we did connect when it came to real estate. So I've been in the business a long time, but my passion is really real estate. I really would like to move into the development side of real estate flipping, but also development, like the beginning stages of it. So I may have some knowledge of it, but I would like more knowledge and understanding of the real estate market. So I'm excited to learn a little bit more. I missed a little bit of what you guys had already shared. So eventually I probably will be back on next Monday to just get a little bit more. And I'm looking forward to working with everyone eventually and seeing where this takes us.
Very good. Thank you so
Great.
much. Welcome.
And it looks like I know someone else on this line
Oh, who do you know?
too, Ileana.
Oh, Ileana. And I'm
We used
saying
to
her
work-
name wrong. Look at that. Oh, it's
I
a
don't know
small
if I'm saying
world.
it right.
Where
Yeah,
am I saying it right? I'm sorry,
yes.
Hey,
I think we
Keisha.
work with Keller Williams too. So
Yes.
Small world.
Small world.
yeah,
But that's
yes. I thought we got to link up.
yes, that's what we were
Definitely.
talking about. How crazy is that, right? Connections.
Yes.
All right, Ileana, go ahead and introduce yourself and say your name correctly. I do apologize.
Eliana, you got it right.
Hey.
So yeah, so I know Keisha from like 15 years ago when I did real estate in New York. Yeah. So I've been in real estate for a long time as well. And looking to get into the investor side now. I mean, there's so much to learn. I'm still learning, but I've learned about all the strategies, and I'm just ready to implement.
Yes.
Pretty much, and get a team on this side of the world, so we can dominate.
Right? That is the goal. So I just want to say quickly, ladies, if you could please make sure you put contact information in the chat, a phone number, email. Would definitely love to send you our weekly e-blast and then things that we have going on. And then once again, try to maybe do a connection. Maybe we could have a separate Zoom call where we could kind of figure out how we could tackle that region together as a team and build that chapter. So please, if you would, Keisha and Joanne, if you could leave your information, that would be great. And thank you, Miss Janice, for the invite.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Awesome.
More to come.
Yes, love it, love it.
I asked them children to come, and you know how that go.
Right.
I'm not giving up.
No, don't give up.
Nope.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Just keep
No.
pushing. Yeah.
What I would like to say to Joanna and Keisha, nice meeting you guys for number one. Number two, with both of you guys being real estate agents, that was one of the main beginning reasoning of even thinking about the referral program. Because we know how it is, especially in the real estate industry. Sometimes it takes 6, 7, or 8 months sometimes just to close deals, but we always out here moving and shaking. FTB, what we're building exactly what's happening right now, and the fact that you and Lydiana know each other, that's exactly what FTB Foundation is based on. We're building the global business network, and the reasoning behind it is because we're here to create group economics as well as to be able to piggyback off each other, to learn, to teach, to mentor, to joint venture. We're currently doing business in Atlanta. We're doing business in Dallas. However, as a group collectively, we're going to be sharing information, across the states, and you guys will be pivot to investment opportunities that's outside of this, northern region. However, I'm here. I spend a lot of my time in New York, more time than I do in the other areas, even though weekly I'm traveling and I'm commuting. I'm a licensed general contractor here in New York City. I do Westchester, Connecticut, as well as I'm licensed in New Jersey. So I definitely, looking forward, to meeting you guys. I was speaking with Miss Janice, Al Tariq, and Liliana a week ago about formulating the Northern Region chapter. We know that New York City is a tri-state, and everything kind of pretty much flows together. So we want to do a tri-state chapter and start bringing FTB up here in the northern side, so we can start, doing some monthly networking events. We have a referral program. We pay $1,000 for every referral. So every time you guys will refer someone into the organization, we like to pay it forward, just so we can kind of keep the funding circulating on a bottom level. And then as we come to the table and we talk about real estate investment deals, I am a developer as well. So that's the expertise that I personally bring to the table. So you guys will get to pick my brain. You can get involved in projects that we currently have going on. The goal for the Northern chapter is for us to be able to start tapping into, some of these projects, especially in New Jersey, Queens. We know Brooklyn is pretty much tapped out, but there's still room, in Brooklyn as well. Connecticut, this whole northern region, and a lot of these properties are priced really, really high. So that's why some of the opportunities, in Atlanta and Dallas is more reachable, is more affordable. So that's the reason why I'm there, and I come back and forth as far as business. However, collectively as an organization, we're not boxed out in this northern region. And that's what the power of partnership is, because if we can come together, we can look at some of these properties, analyze them together, invest together. We can start taking down, some of these properties together as well. So it is definitely reachable. So if you guys put your information, in the chat, Jasmine definitely will reach out. But I'm also available, just for personal conversation, just to kind of understand what some of your real estate goals is on the development side. And Ms. Janice, appreciate you, for the invite, like always. We're looking to push this, push this chapter. I know Maria is Mississippi. Her partner is in Maryland. So, we're looking to create individual chapters. We have members in several cities across the states. And right now next week, once I announce the actual official chapters that we're going to be active in, we're going to be able to allow those members that's in those other states to pick, a chapter. It doesn't have to be a chapter close to them, but it'll be a chapter that they would like to, get involved in. Collectively, we all going to move on one accord. The weekly call will still be the same. However, each individual chapter will be working on chapter things like within their region. So Maria, if you're interested in opening up down in Mississippi, I'll be more than happy to, to have a conversation with you if you wanted to, get involved a little bit more active on building out.
Of course.
Down on that end, definitely we can talk about it. Liliana is going to be spearheading up here in New York. We got Al Tariq, New Jersey. I'm asking Ms. Janice. We had a conversation about, her spearheading the Connecticut chapter, and then collectively the three, tri-state cities will come together on all events as well as support, because it is a big area. So they'll be all working on one accord, collectively together. So, next week I'm gonna do a presentation on it to get a little bit more detail. But for the two sisters that's here tonight, there is a lot of information. Sometimes it takes several weeks just to kind of get an understanding of what we really do here at FTB. It's bigger than, just real estate investing. We creating a movement. This is something that is well needed, within the community. Like I said, it's growing. We're still learning. We at the ground level. And we definitely need people like yourself that's ambitious, that can get on the front line and walk the walk, so we can kind of, lead by example. So I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys and seeing how I can be helpful with any knowledge that I have on the real estate development and contracting side. And if you guys are in need of a contractor up here, like I mentioned, I am licensed, DOB. And then we also have referral fees that's going to come out from the referrals of the contracting as well. I know Jasmine put up some of the t-shirts that we're going to be selling. The whole purpose behind FTB is to create that generational wealth. On our platform, we're going to have all the business owners, whether you guys are selling classes, if you're selling books, hair products, to be able to put your products on our platform, and then the whole organization is selling the product for you guys, as well as our members being able to profit off of the products that they may present to someone within the organization or outside the organization. So therefore, you guys are able to, raise capital that you can use, to invest. And one of the ground level capital contributions that we have to offer is the referral program. And Like I said, I know $1,000 doesn't really seem like a lot. Our membership fee is 1,500. So what we do is we take that 1,000 and we give it to the person who referred the individual into the organization. So therefore, we can do that 5 or 6 times, and you'd be surprised how long that will go when dealing with these lenders, because it doesn't take a lot to close these deals, as long as you got, I guess, the carrying costs, and we can collectively pull that together, through our partnership program. So thanks again for you guys even joining, and looking forward to you continuing with us.
Yes. And I will definitely, I always try to upload the calls, the weekly calls. You can find them on YouTube. So if you had missed the beginning of the call, you can always rewatch the video. And then we also have our platform, Mighty Networks, where you can find information there as well. So just make sure that you can follow us on all our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and as I mentioned, YouTube. So you can find us online. And if you have any questions, I will put my information in the chat as well. But you can always email me at jasmine@flipthesebricks.com or membership@flipthesebricks. And I will post my name and telephone number as well in the chat. So if you guys want to reach out to me directly, that would be great. I also mentioned about presentations. So if you ladies are willing to do a market presentation, we are open to that as well. We'll love to open up the floor for that on another Monday call. So just lots of opportunities here. And I think one of the things that I would like to say is that one of the beautiful things I want to say is that we're really custom. It's not a one shoe fits all type of situation. We're definitely getting to know our members. And since we're such a small community right now, we're able to spend a lot of individual time and really customize your learning experience, your real estate experience, and what you're trying to accomplish. We have some participants or members who have been doing the property tax liens. We have some that's doing tear downs and new construction. We have some that's trying to get credit repair. We have some that are, getting their feet wet and building their knowledge. So it's through those one-on-ones and the continuing, like, connecting with us, that you will kind of determine your journey, your path, and the direction that you want to go in. So just I will definitely reach out to you all, but you can reach out to me as well. I'm here to answer any questions that you may have or any concerns, and maybe even help you with taking the next step with becoming a member. All right. Anyone else want to share input? I think this has been a great call. Every week it's different, and I love that about this, is that no two calls are the same. They kind of have their own breath, and so and each of them are beneficial. And I'm hoping that each week that you guys attend, that you do walk away with something, just a small nugget or small gem, because it's the mustard seed that turns into the big things, right? It's the mustard seed. So
Hey Mario, if you don't mind, if you can introduce yourself. I just seen you pop on. We have a few new people on the call tonight. Is Mario there? You on mute.
let's see if I can
Oh, there you
ask.
go.
Let's see if I can ask to unmute him.
Okay. How's everybody doing today?
Good. How you doing?
How are you?
Good. Hey, sorry I was a little bit late. I was actually at the barber, so I couldn't come looking all crazy like I was. So I hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, my name's Mario Leland, for those that don't know me. I am out of the Atlanta division, the Atlanta chapter. I am a real estate investor, real estate business expert, real estate appraiser for 27 years. And I'm heading up what we're doing in Atlanta. And so glad I was able to kind of chime in at the time too, because things have changed for me since the last time everybody saw me on the meeting. But I've got a lot going right now, so that's a good thing. God is good. But right now I got about 4 projects happening for us. So I've got 2 in Atlanta, which are essentially, one of them is a rehab. It is a small house, about 1,000 square feet or so, and has some burn stuff in it, so it's pretty exciting from that perspective because it's a burn. So there was a fire there at some point, but it's a strong position from where I'm purchasing from. and what I see the comps and the market can hold. It also has good upswing on the exit because it could be a sale or refinance and hold as a rental. Just to give you some quick specs on it, the purchase price that I'm looking to be accepted at in it is 50,000. That's what my contract is at. So I'm just waiting on their approval on it. And then on the backside, you've got the repairs, which I'm estimating at about 70, 75. So that'll put us all in at 125. And the sales for this neighborhood are in the 250 range. So it's got good upswing, good room on just the straight up numbers. Not sure where the market may sit, by the time we finish, which again, for that, I'm thinking September, we should be ready to go on the market. So hopefully, a little bit more uptick there. But 250 is a good number. There's some comps that are over 250. There's some comps in the 300 range. We don't exactly match up, but that does give us some leverage on the top side of the market. And, me, I'm going to try to position it correctly. I'd like to be able to get what I need and then also let that be enough that somebody else can get what they need out of it. So that's the one Atlanta. The other, I just got under contract with that one today, got them the earnest money they needed. And so now I'm working on getting that one closed, but that's another small house. Long story short on that one, I actually thought it was small and that it may have had like an addition that somebody put on at some point of a small room. I could kind of see it. I actually didn't see this one prior to starting the process. I went off of what the market looked like. So the market looked really strong again for this one. So I thought with what I understand about it in its current state, this is a good one to get the process going. And so when I got there to see it, it was a room on the back, but it was way larger. So to give you some quick insight on this is the part that you don't get until you're actually doing it, because you've got a concept. If you haven't invested before, and even if you have, you'll understand what I mean. But you've got a concept for what you think is going to work first. And you go into it, you get into that, and then you determine from what presents itself back to you that maybe your initial idea isn't the best one. Well, for me as a seasoned investor, that doesn't mean that I made the wrong choice on the property or that I've structured it wrong. I may just need to make adjustments or possibly reevaluate the entire strategy. So with this one, when I got there, it actually had not just a room on the back, but a huge like 2-story room. And then it had a 2-car garage. So from my initial thoughts, that's decent because I could maybe take advantage of some of that space, and it's grandfathered in, although when you look at the records, it doesn't show any of it. So I may be able to take advantage. But after digesting it more, I think it's going in the wrong direction because it's too much square footage. So this project, what I had focused on as the goal is, with it being smaller, like the first one I mentioned, a smaller renovation is less material because it's a smaller space. It's less time, more than likely, because it's a smaller space. And so that was part of my focus. Look, it's not going to take a lot. We're just adding a bathroom, essentially, reconfiguring the floor plan. So it's something that is not, one of our longer rehabs. And for me, that's a good position for right now and what I want to do. I want some that are going to be, let's call them quick and easy or small. Then I'll take some in the medium range, and then I'll take some extensive ones. But they all have to be in proper order. So you got to put your things where they belong. So this one, since it's not now small like I anticipated, with all of the extra space and the garage, it just seemed like it's going to be an over improvement to go in and then, not necessarily go with my plan. I'm rehabbing more than I anticipated. So it was kind of working against me. However, when I did look at it in Coleman in the neighborhood, my first time in this neighborhood, familiar with the area, but not the neighborhood, there were several lots over there. I counted at least 10 in this small pocket. So, it's an isolated subdivision where you got your main streets around it, but you've only got the streets that are a part of the subdivision that make up the places where the houses are. So it's isolated. It's kind of by itself. So what that does from the value perspective is it's something that you can be more secured about because you're not having to cross these boundaries or change it up. You're basically looking in the subdivision. So seeing the lots, seeing what came about of this house, the plan has adjusted to, I'm going to tear this house down and I'm going to build a new construction there.
Mm.
In the process, I'm going to acquire the other lots. So because of the way this deal presented itself, if I went in initially, like how I told you, I'd really have to take a lot away that's existing to get it back down to that small house again. So with that, I may need to essentially restructure the numbers, which is not a complete negative, but from my position, I'm kind of in where I'm at, in essence. So I could completely walk away. That's fine. But, you know, as I said, I just allowed it to kind of tell me what needed to be done. So I know now where I need to be. So building this new house, the way for it to really work is I'm going to need to build something that I can use as a reference point or a leverage for this value. Because if we got 10 lots in there, I mean, of course, I'm going to say I'm going to get all 10, but let's just say I get 5. Well, now I got 5 new opportunities. So I can kind of make the value what I need it to be and justify it at the same time from the way this deal is structured. So the new plan is we're going to tear this down and we're going to come back with something new. And then we're going to use that as a reference point for the other new sales. We're also going to use that as a leverage point for the value. So in this situation, we're basically printing our own money in it because the market itself can, for the most part, support where it needs to be, you know, based on the numbers that I'm structured in this deal. So it's on the upper end of it for what's right around it. It's not the upper end for maybe the extended right around. So with a new construction, I can take that chance or take that calculated risk because it's new. So the fact that it's new, you don't necessarily have to compare it to old. And because it's new, you can go further from an appraisal perspective to justify the value because you don't have anything new around it. So that's kind of the beauty of it. So to push that a little bit further, just to give you a little bit more mature investing attitude. All right, so whatever I don't necessarily get at the end result by acquiring the other lots, which these are vacant lots. It could even incorporate another lot with a house on it. But by doing that, then I'm distributing what we might call, let's call it what's a good word for it? Let's just call it distributed structure or balanced, like a balanced profit adjustment. Because what I'm saying is, if let's say my target for this new construction is 600, right? And I get 585. Well, whatever the difference is between what I needed to hit and what I actually got to, I'm going to use that across the 5 lots. So with the 5 lots, I should be able to gain my leverage back immediately because of the way that I'm acquiring them and what product that I'm allowing to be made from those lots, right? So I should be in a strong position from that first. But this first one may have to carry a little bit more of that weight in order for me to be able to structure the final price point where I'm talking about from coming in and building new. So I hope that makes sense in kind of how I'm saying it, you know, and I'm willing to talk about it in more detail with anyone, but that's the approach on those two. And they, you know, I think one important aspect of why I'm explaining it is because I had one plan in mind. Like we're all saying, hey, look, you know, we're going to invest. We you know, we want to focus on group economics and, you know, all of the methodology that we talk about at Flip These Bricks in order for those things to work. But I need you to see the practical, real part of it, because you may not understand on this side of the fence what it actually takes to get to where you need to be in it. And I want you to be able to be prepared ahead of time so that when you see that at home you got real life, you're going to have real life here too. You know, so you don't get a chance to escape that. But what this will do is it'll give you the tools, you know, the confidence, the education, and the support to accomplish your goals, you know. So that's kind of the second part of me explaining what actually happened, because I wasn't prepared for that. I told you I had my game plan. I got my means to get there. Let's go. Let's get it done, you know. But
Yeah.
this one, it did make me focus on, all right, well, you know what? You know, I'm gonna be real with you. I had to ask myself a couple questions. Did I move inappropriately in this? You know, am I paying too much? You know, because that's huge when you're on the acquisition side. You have to structure it correct on your purchase side. That's a large portion of where you're going to make what you need to make, or how you're going to safely position yourself with this risk. This is all calculated risk, is what we're doing here. So, in order for that to work, you got to have a system that you're going to use that you're comfortable with, you know, and one that you've proven because you've tried it. And it doesn't all have to be real estate. You know, whatever assets you bring, you
Yes.
know, maybe your field is something different, but those assets can still benefit you in this way. So that's those two projects, you know, and that's kind of where I'm at with that. And I got a couple more, but I think I'm gonna save those for the next call because they're juicy too. And you know, I
That'd be
don't want
great.
to overwhelm you, you know, with too much goodness like that, you know. You know, I
Well, they
did
do
just
say,
get my hair cut, you know, so I
I
know
know
I
you
got to.
feeling yourself tonight, Mario. You're feeling
Well, you
yourself.
know, that's all right. I'm
What
only
I
doing.
want to say, real quick, Mario, just to kind of
Yeah.
piggyback, and just for the, you know, for the new people that's on the call, this is the type of support that you guys get from being able to, you know, communicate with, you know, people who's actually doing it, you know, right now in real time. You know, just to kind of give you guys a small backstory on the house that we're building in Texas right now as we speak. Same situation. You know, ultimately I had to pivot on that project because when me, Mark, and Lene originally seen the project and we seen the property, we purchased it from one standpoint. You know, we purchased it because we said this would be a good rehab. We getting this property at 120,000. We did look at some lots in the area. Some lots was between 75 and 100,000. But we said, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and do a quick rehab, you know, just so we can turn the money really quick after we do about 2 or 3. Then maybe we will go into the new construction. Being at Mark and Lene, this was their first property, and I didn't want them, you know, to throw them right into a new construction right away. So we end up purchasing a property. We didn't buy it blindsided. We bought it knowing the area, but we did buy it kind of sight unseen. And then when we got to the property, evaluated it, and we looked at it, there was no way in the world that we was going to be able to rehab that house in a timely manner and bring it back to what it needs to be by time adding room additions and, you know, structurally fixing foundation and everything else. It only made sense to in order to just tear that house down. So therefore we had to pivot and decided to do a new construction, which it put on like a whole 4 months timeline onto our initial plan because we wasn't expecting to carry a mortgage, you know, longer than we did. And also we wasn't expecting to buy a property at 120 that if we was going to do a new construction, if we knew that's what we was going to do, then we would have just bought us a lot between 60 and 100,000. And that's all money that would have still been, you know, within a profit. So what I had to do is I had to look at that property, same scenario what Mario just mentioned. And I had to say, okay, we already got the property. We don't want to back out of the contract. So what do we do? You know, in order for us to be able to still push this project forward and become successful at it. So then I had to look at, you know, new construction and the permits and all the different things that we had to do now, plans and everything else that pushed us out about 3 months. So to make a long story short, we tore Garza down. And next week we about to start framing. Foundation is done, plumbing is done, and we about to start actually framing, you know, framing his house. So, you know, for some of the members that been watching it, they've been, you know, paying attention because it has been a journey. We entered a new market, which is Dallas, which is a great market. But with me working in the Atlanta region and knowing the northern side of New York, I had to, you know, learn process on getting permits and resources and all of that stuff. So all of those things took a little bit of time. So now that we got over all those hurdles, we are now building a new construction, and we'll, you know, let you guys, you know, see the progress on that as we go. But this is Flip These Bricks. This is the beginning stages of Flip These Bricks. You know, we here to do exactly what it sounds. We're flipping real bricks on houses, and we want the power of partnership. Even though one individual may qualify, we can do more together. You know, so collectively, if we keep doing projects like this together, before you know it, we be putting up these big brownstones in high-rise apartment buildings that you see these other ethnic groups, you know, doing all throughout, you know, New York City and stuff like that. So that's our goal. Hopefully, we shared enough information for the new people on the group, and then, you know, members that's already on have been watching, gain a little bit more confidence to get ready to stab and dive in, you know, nose deep. It's no rush. You know, it's all about information and knowledge sharing. So, you know, we're not here, you know, pushing projects. Mario is always going to have a bunch of stuff going on. That's just the side of, you know, what he does. Al Tariq, you know, he's a wholesaler. He's in New Jersey. So for the new people on here, if you guys are looking for something, or if you found something and you wanted to bring it back to the table, Mario can help you analyze it. It doesn't have to necessarily, you know, be in that New York region. So, you know, that's what we're here for. You know, we got a nice team. There's several other members who's here that's not here tonight. But you know, collectively we're growing as a group, and we're looking forward to this keep growing.
I got one more thing I'd like to say, if I may, Dan. You just reminded me of something. You know, what you said was, I think, perfect for those that are new, and even those members that have actually been on the calls. You know, I know up until this point, it's been our own journey to get here. You know, I don't need to remind everybody, but we've definitely had like a journey build us as a team. And part of the issue that I've had up until this point was, how do we convey the traction that we're making? You know, how do we translate that where it can be seen and tangible? And, you know, we didn't really have to do more than what we did. You know, everybody meeting collectively and giving what they can and being sincere. You know, I want to let you guys know that we are making progress, and we have plenty of opportunity that we currently have, plus the things that are in the pipeline that from here going forward, for any of that you didn't see, you're going to start seeing it more. And if there's any opportunities that you want to take to get involved, that now is definitely a great time to voice those opinions and ask your questions and get involved, so that when we do get to the next place where I kind of make this comment, we've all got something that we can say, you know what, I did that, you know, that you did that for yourself, that you believed in yourself, you know, maybe even you had to open up a little bit because you're putting some of that trust into other people. Some of them you don't know, but the good thing about what we do, for one, we're founded on a great foundation, you know, and our foundation is strong because it's the only foundation you need. And that's where we put our faith in God. And then two, we are what we make it, you know. So everyone here is of like accord and wants to do, you know, these things collectively or for themselves. And so that's also part of our strength. And then the last thing, which this is kind of separate, but it's just, again, another one of these testimonies to not just for Flip These Bricks, but for us as individuals. The other thing that happened for me in the past couple of weeks, in between the last call that I was, you know, that we had, that I was on, I was able to wholesale a deal. I forgot about this. This is a good thing, because I'm not going to tell you exacts. Maybe we'll go out to dinner and talk about it. But it was almost 6 figures. So I just want to let you folks know that. Okay.
I think
So,
as we grow and progress and place our success stories on the Mighty networks, or if we're going to change that you know, that median, not be Mighty networks, but whatever goes down the line, I think the confidence will build project after project after project.
Well said.
Once it's posted, because then once it's posted, then we have a story to say how we achieve this, like what Daniel just said, what you just saying, Mario, and you just put like a little blurb, so anybody who wants to see or view, they say, wow, they did this, and they did this step 1, 2, 3, 4, and it happened. I think it's,
Understood.
it's going to happen. It's just brick by brick.
Understood. Brick by brick. Well said. Was that pun intended? Or no pun intended? 'Cause
No pun intended.
okay, well then that's
No
really
pun
legit. That's fully legit then.
I
I
love it.
appreciate you anchoring that for me, Miss Janice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all I wanted to say. Hope everybody has a good night. I'm done.
Yeah, very informative. Thank you. It's
You're
very,
welcome.
a lot of little
Little
curves.
nuggets in there.
Yeah, little
Yeah,
nuggets.
that's good.
I think my
All right, I got
takeaway is that you got to be able to be willing to pivot and have multiple
amen. We're willing
exit
to pivot.
strategies.
Yes.
Pivot point. Yes, Lord. Thank you for saying that, Jasmine.
Yes, pivot.
All right,
Great.
folks.
I
I'm
see
done.
that. Thank you, Mario. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
You're full of knowledge today. I love it. Nice. You need to get a haircut every Monday. Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna let you say that to me. Okay.
Right?
Okay. I saw
Okay.
that shrimp dinner. So yeah, you provide that shrimp dinner. We in business. I got you covered. Haircut every week for
Yeah,
sure.
that's right.
All right.
So I see that we had Dietrich. He joined us. If he'd like to say hello. I know that he is a member. I haven't seen him in a while, so I was just wanting to open up the platform to him just to say hi and see how you're doing. How's life been? If you'd like to unmute and connect with us. Yes.
He's on mute still.
You're on mute. Okay, let me see if I can ask to unmute. Okay. I'm not, let me see, is it working? No, sorry. You have to have one technical difficulty
Okay.
per night.
Per episode. Understood.
How are you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. How y'all doing? Sorry I'm being late. I just got in August, so I've been on the road a lot.
Okay. Well, we're glad that you decided to join us this evening. Just wanted to say hello to you, just kind of let you know that you are seen and that we appreciate your attendance. Don't know how things are going for you real estate wise. I think, did you and Daniel meet up? I don't know. Did that happen or no?
We talked a few, no, I haven't met up just yet.
Not
But we
yet.
talked
That's
sometime, yeah.
okay. That is definitely the appropriate answer. Not yet. So good. Well, I'm glad to have you. Thanks for joining us. Also, just wanting to let you all know that a part of the membership, and this is another great thing, is accountability calls. So I do host bi-weekly accountability calls with our members, just to kind of help you keep on track with your professional and your personal goals. So just know that that is also offered. Definitely had a great call with Janae and Maria, having a call with Miss Janice. I'm very excited about that. Miss Janice and we haven't met up in a while, so I'm looking forward to reconnecting.
Okay.
And if any of the other members are interested or wanted, it's definitely available. I now have a Calendly link, so you can go to if you get our email blast, you can schedule your calls that way as well. So I do believe that this has been a great call. Does anyone else have anything that they would like to share before we kind of part ways on this wonderful Monday? I'm in Central Time, so I'm actually going to go and take a walk and
Nice.
try to get to the sunset or something. Yeah,
Mhm.
before I have some dinner. So anyone else? If not, I'm good for a wrap up. So going once. we went a great time today. Actually, we're doing really well. We're pacing over an hour. I think this was awesome. So
Yes, it
anyone
was.
else? Yeah, if anyone else. And thank you again for our new guests. We're
No
always
problem.
appreciative of the guests. Hopefully you all will join us again and learn more about what we do and who we are and how we connect. And you've left your information in the chat. Definitely will follow up with you and circle back around. Also, just remember that you can find out information about Flip These Bricks on our website, flipthesebricksacademy.com. And we'll be sharing a lot of progress with the Garza project in Dallas and other projects, the New York project on Instagram. So please join us on Instagram, become a friend, become a member, or subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I will definitely be posting this call as well. So stay connected with us, guys. Have a great week. And what was the saying? Make your days count. Make your days count. All right. And until next time, have a great evening. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night,
Be
everybody.
safe.
Good night.
Be safe.
Bye. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining us. Until next time. All right, I'm canceling out.
Yeah, you did good. Thanks for hosting.
I know.
Yeah.
Thank you. You did well as well. I was like, I was so glad
Oh,
I didn't
thanks.
have to do all the talking.
Yeah. Okay.
That was
I didn't
awesome.
want to come on while I was in the barber chair. I thought that might have been a little ignorant.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll
I
save that.
appreciate
We'll save that for next time.
it. Right. No, tomorrow. Tomorrow.
when we have a million people in the room, or maybe
I
our
know.
first 100,000.
I'm sorry, Altarika. I forgot about the kitchen corner. So you got to make sure you cook it next week because we got to have a cooking with Altarika.
Oh man, we need that. I just
I
sent you a message, Tariq.
You did?
Check your chat.
All right.
I did for
All right,
sure.
guys.
On
Have a
two
great
notes.
night. Dietrich, did he hang up? Oh, he did. I was gonna tell him. I was like, if you want a one-on-one, hit me up. But okay. Good night,
Okay.
guys.
Good night.
Adios. Bye.
All right.